Delhi government has decided to take the battle with the centre on the central ordinance to the Supreme Court now. The Kejriwal government has moved the Supreme Court against the centre's ordinance. The Delhi government has approached the apex court challenging the ordinance, saying that the centre's ordinance on transfer and postings of officers is unconstitutional. Let me go across to Priyanshi Sharma for more details on this. Priyanshi, what more updates are you picking up from the Delhi government?
Well, Maha, the Delhi government has really escalated its face-off with the central government over this ordinance that the central government had launched on, the central government had introduced on the 19th of May. So let's first understand what has happened now. The Aam Aadmi government, the Aam Aadmi Party government in the national capital, led by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, who is the chief minister, has moved the Supreme Court challenging the centre's ordinance on the control of administrative services in Delhi. Now, what is this ordinance and what's so controversial about it? Through this ordinance introduced on the 19th of May, the central government essentially took away the control over the transfer of administrative, transfer of IAS officers in the national capital. They essentially took control over the administrative services in the national capital, and that control was taken away from the Delhi government, which is ruled by the Aam Aadmi Party. And before this, right before the ordinance came out, the Supreme Court had actually given this power to the Delhi government, to the state government, saying that the lieutenant governor and the centre should work harmoniously along with the state government, and the decisions should not be taken in isolation. So that's why the Supreme Court had categorically given that power over administrative services in Delhi and over the civil servants in Delhi. That power was given to the state government, to the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi by the Supreme Court very categorically. And just days after the Supreme Court order, the central government actually came out with this ordinance, taking that power back from the Delhi government and giving it in the hands of a centrally appointed body that will take care of the appointment and transfers of civil servants in the national capital. So the Aam Aadmi Party government has been saying that since the beginning, that this is in complete defiance to what the Supreme Court had ruled. And they also said that the decision of this ordinance completely reversed the Supreme Court's ruling, and it completely went against the Supreme Court. So that's why they had said that they will take this fight legally, and this was expected, that because they were saying that the Supreme Court's decision has been overruled by the ordinance, so they will go ahead to the Supreme Court to challenge this ordinance. If we talk about the situation politically as well, the Aam Aadmi Party has received support from several national parties to oppose this ordinance. Remember, this is an ordinance, and it is yet to be passed in both the houses of the parliament. So the Aam Aadmi Party government actually got the support of the NCP, got support of the DMK, the Trinamool Congress, and three other parties to oppose this ordinance in the Rajya Sabha when it will be tabled for passing. So politically as well, the Aam Aadmi Party had gotten support of several opposition parties to oppose this. But of course, Maha, that support would not have been enough to really lead this ordinance to fail in the Rajya Sabha. So this is the route that the Aam Aadmi Party is now taking, approaching the Supreme Court, so taking the legal route, as they've said, that the Supreme Court's very order was overruled by this ordinance that is now being challenged.